members, all colleagues will start laughing at you. So that's why learn unit testing and debugging very carefully. I know if you are attending classes, we are doing regular practicals. Definitely, you will be very good, strong in what language part, technology part, and framework part. But you will be having some problems in the processes and in the tools utilization, and debugging is one of them. So that's why listen carefully. Okay, listen carefully and concentrate. So this is going to be wonderful session, means wonderful session. So first of all, we'll try to understand what is debugging, boss. Okay, first of all, tell me what is bug, guys. What is bug? Yeah, voice is from my side. Okay, check your side. Bug is a problem or defect or mistake in the application or program or project. Understanding my point? So that means some abnormality is there. Abnormality is there. So some abnormality in the code execution. Akhil Ras, first concentrate on the topic. In the some abnormality in the application execution. Yes, debug. See the meaning? Decub. Compiler means giving .class file from source code. Bytecode from source code. Decompiler is reverse, right? Debug means what? Debug means what? Okay. D plus bug. Nothing but rectifying the bug. Rectifying the bug by identifying and analyzing the problem. By identifying and analyzing the bug. I hope you are understanding my point there, guys. Yes. The tool or program or software. Okay, software. Understand anything? The tool or program or software that can be used for debugging is called debugger or debugging tool, guys, is called debugger or debugging tool. Are you listening my statement, boss? Right. See, according to Wikipedia, officially Wikipedia, debugging is a methodological process, some process. Okay. Process of finding and reducing number of bugs or defects in a computer program or piece of electronic hardware. But right now, Java coding is always what? Computer based. We need not to worry about hardware part. Thus making it behave as expected. So after reducing problems, after solving problem, it has to accept as expected or not. It has to behave, it has to run as expected or not. It's the official definition which I collected from what? Wikipedia. Understanding my point? But I generally prefer giving this one. Debugging is the process of okay, getting step-by-step execution of execution of application to okay, step by step execution of application to find out problems or bugs and to fix them as needed, to fix them as needed. Okay, boss. Now listen, guys. Listen, guys. So to debug Java code, we have two tools, guys. Number one, JDB. JDB supplied by JDK. Supplied by JDK along with JDK installation. We need not to arrange, guys. Along with the JDK installation, available in Java home slash bin directory as jdb.exe file. I love how we got Java C tool, Java tool. Like this, we have a JDB, boss. Okay, it's a CUI. It is a CUI tool. It is a CUI tool, and not so popular. Not so popular. So that means it's a CUI. Sorry, it's a CUI tool and not so popular. Not industry standard. I never worked in the companies, and I worked only for knowledge sake, but I never used it in the company. That's why you also take light. You also take like not industry standard. But I'll just confirm it is there. Let me confirm it is there or not there. I'll go to JDK folder, boss. Java program files. Something we have to learn while knowledge sake, guys. Don't think that we have to seriously utilize them. Bin directory here. You search for JDB. You search for JDB, boss. Yes. Here you observe. JDB is there or not there? You can see this, right? Okay. Fine. Next one. B. IDE supplied debugger. IDE supplied debugger. IDE supplied debugger. Yeah. Eclipse, IntelliJ, RAD, and etc. IDEs supplied debuggers. Etc. IDEs supplied. These are GUI and user friendly. And we are going to use this one only a lot. These are GUI user friendly. These are industry standard. Definitely these are industry standard, no doubt in that. Definitely these are industry standard, boss, no doubt in that. Okay, boss. Next one. Fine. Yes, boss. IDE supplied debuggers. I'm talking about purely Java debugging. I'm not talking about UI debugging. I'm purely talking about what? Java code debugging. Right, boss. Now listen. Yeah, if you have a UI code, sometime you can use browser debug option also. For UI related separate debuggers are there. Okay, I'm purely talking about Java code related debugging, boss. Now listen carefully, boss. Okay, where debugging will be used in the company? Where debugging is required? in the company. Right. Now listen. I hope you know these terminologies first, boss. First, let me make sure that please switch off your cameras. Pavan Kumar, Akash, Ambre, please switch off your cameras. Otherwise, I'll remove from the meeting. If your cameras on, I will remove from the meeting. I'm very strict on that. Later is your wish. Okay, boss. Next one. Yeah, unit testing, boss. What is unit testing? Tell me. Programmers testing on his own piece of code. On his own piece of code. On his own piece of code is called unit testing. We use JUnit for that. We use JUnit tool for this, right? For this. Next one, logging. Keeping track of application flow. Keeping track of application flow. Are you understanding my statement, boss? Keeping track of application flow. These are the actually separate tools. I need little bit knowledge about that. Application flow. So like application flow by generating log messages, by simply generating what messages, guys? Log messages. Okay. Understanding my point there? By generating log messages. It's all about knowing the flow of the code, guys. Array, we write SOP messages, na boss. That is also some kind of log. I'm in main method. I'm connection established. Problem raised. Whatever SOP messages you write, they are some kind of log messages. Understanding my statement? So example, SOP messages or SCP messages. Okay, log4j messages. All these things. Don't worry, unit testing will be having separate workshop, logging will be having separate workshop. On log4j, I will be conducting separate workshop. Don't worry about that. So I'm just want you people to understand the terminologies. That's it. Programmer testing his own piece of code is called unit testing. All other testings will be done by testers, boss, but unit testing will be done by what? Programmer only. Logging is the activity of the programmer. Whenever code is executing, application is executing, project is executing, I want to get some log messages saying that these are the lines executed, these are the lines not executed. Come on. Understanding my statement? So on these topics also definitely workshops will happen. Don't worry, nothing to worry about it. So now listen carefully. Okay, boss. Okay, where debugging is used in the company, boss? Please, boss, can you concentrate on the current topic? While teaching unit testing, we will be having classes on JUnit, Mockito, all these things. Already videos are there in the YouTube channel. Go to Naresh IT YouTube channel. Type JUnit by Natraz. Type Marketo by Natraz. Type Log4j by Natraz. Definitely you will get the videos. You will get the videos, or you will I will conduct further workshops on that. In future workshops will happen on them. So can you concentrate on the current topic? Everyone please come back. Where debugging is required in the company, boss. Now listen. To 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 find, analyze, and fix logical problems, guys. Logical problems are errors. See, guys, listen. I got a task. Everyone, please focus. I completed task. Before committing to repository, before committing to Git repository, before handovering to team, I will be running once manually, na boss. When I run manually, expected results are not coming. No error, but expected results are not coming. That means somewhere in the business logic, problem is there. But when I open the code, I am finding everything great. I'm not finding any problem. Everything like great. No compile time error, no runtime error. But expected results are not coming. So then what you have to do? You have to debug the code. Line by line, you have to observe. And you have to watch variable values. This is the input I have given. At this place, this should be the value of the variable. Not there. Why not there? Analyze. Oh, this is the reason not there. Okay, then fix it. I hope you are understanding my statement, boss. Right. Next. Okay. If unit testing is failed, then also we use debugging to fix the problems. Then also, okay, listen guys. Okay, I done manually. Are you understanding my point? Okay. I done manually by giving certain inputs. Expected output has come. But someone said that, no, you manual testing, I don't believe, you write test cases. So by keeping all permutation and combination, wrong inputs, right input, mixed input, valid inputs, wrong input, invalid inputs, all the test cases I have written. Some test cases are success. Some test cases are failed. So when they are failed, we have to analyze it. We have to analyze why they are failed. Why expected results are not matching with what? Actual results. Are you getting my point? So in that process, again, we have to see line by line execution or not. Flow you have to observe or not, in order to find out the problem, in order to analyze the problem, in order to fix the problem or not. Understanding my statement? Unit testing will be done by programmer. Test case is nothing but test plan where expected results will be matched with what? Actual result. Unit testing related everything should be done by programmer. Are you understanding my statement? Okay, boss. So if unit testing is failed, then also we use debugging to fix the problems, guys. But listen, guys, that time what we do, okay, that time what we do, okay, we run as JUnit in debugging mode. Run as JUnit debugging mode. So we try to run as JUnit in debugging mode. JUnit only we do, but we try to do in what? Debugging mode, so that we can analyze the problem. Right. Okay. Next one. After joining in the company, They assign one project, guys. Listen carefully. They will give all the documents related to that project. Requirements document, architecture diagrams, and number of documents they will give. So you will get basic idea about the project. You will get basic idea of the project. So now they will assign one task. In order to complete the task, first of all, you should know the flow of the code now, boss. From where control is going where, from which place to which place the control is going, from which layer to which layer flow is going, from which class to which class flow is going. Because diagrams will give overall idea, but code flow also we should know or not. Code flow also we should know or not. Come on, guys. Which class to which class, which layer to which layer, which method to which method. Come on. Which line to which line. We must know. We must know. So you don't believe the newly joined programmer in an existing project, not in a new project, in an existing project, generally spends 2.5 times only in the debugging to understand the flow of the project. Because in running projects are not small projects, they are big projects, so many layers, so many components, so many use cases. So they will spend 2.5 days time, sometimes 3 days time to understand the flow. After reading all the documents they have supplied, again he will spend time to go for the debugging, then he will think about is a task to complete. So that's why when initial task is taken from TL or PL, you ask bit extra time. Better to ask bit extra time of 4-5 days. Why? Because your starting 2-3 days will be gone in order to find out the flow only. In order to debug and get the flow only. Understanding? Later your actual coding starts. I said this session is going to be very, very useful. Someone is asking, sir, after joining company, if you join in existing project, we should know the flow na, sir. No one will tell the flow na. If they tell also, they spend for half an hour time. Within half an hour, you won't get anything. Okay, he will just give only highlights. He will just give highlight because everyone is having their day work. Everyone is having their routine work. Why they will spend days together with you? They will give KT, knowledge transfer will be there, but that is a brief idea. They never give detailed idea as happening in the classroom. So that's why don't think that there will be another Natras sir, there will be another Harkrishna sir to explain end-to-end project detailed like this, boss. Nothing will happen like that. You have to find out. That's why you are joining in the company as a finished product. In the classroom, you are not a finished product. That's why we are spending this much time to tell everything inch by inch. But in the company, you are joining as a finished product. You should know all the things. Got the point or not? After joining the company, that too in existing project, the programmers, okay, perform debugging process to know the code flow, to know the flow in the project, to know the flow in the project. Flow in the project. Yes, boss. Right, boss. Next one. If the project is in production, the bugs received will be fixed only after seeing log files. Log files means log messages. Log files only after seeing log messages and after performing. Okay, after performing. Come on, guys. After performing debugging. Right, boss. Now listen, project is released, guys. Client is happy giving service to the customer. Let us assume we released project to SBI Bank. SBI Bank has started giving service to its customers. Okay, customer has gone to withdraw money. Money not came, but message came. Sometimes it happens, na. He reported that problem to bank. Bank people will report to what? Bank people will report to technical team. Technical team will report to software company. Technical team will report to software company. Yes, in this how many days are completed in this process? 1 week time is completed. 1 week before problem raised. After 1 week problem is reported to the developer. Developer has taken another 2-3 days to get into that problem. So total 10 days gap has come. Total 10 days gap has come. So before 10 days, what happened in the code execution? We should know, na, for that purpose log files. Before 10 days on that particular time, what exactly happened? Which lines of code executed, which lines of code not executed? Come on, guys. So for that one, log files are required. Okay, once you got the idea, something happened, something not happened, he will again use a debugging process. By giving similar pattern of inputs, he will try to debug the code. He will try to know the flow of the code. Then he realizes, okay, because of this reason, this situation, this problem has come. So then he will rectify the problem. In the process of rectifying problem, he has to analyze what are the other kind of future issues will come. He also has to rectify those problems. He also has to rectify those problems. Understanding my statement, guys? So these are the various places. These are the various places where programmer will use debugging every day. That depends upon different situations, boss. He has to solve original problems and he has to solve future problems also. Yes, log files are just readable file. They will be having English messages only. Are you getting my point? Listen, in companies, in company environment, we use, okay, we use debug as more. Debug as more. Debug as, okay, debug as more and more instead of run as. So generally in the classroom, while learning courses here, we say run as Java application, run on server, this kind of thing. But in company environment, we use debug as. And if some TL or senior developer is monitoring you, if you are using run as every day, he may doubt your experience also. So most of the time you have to say debug as. I hope you got the clarity, boss. Come on. Right. I think you are able to correlate all the things, boss. First try to know where it will be used. Later we can understand what is debugging, how to do debugging. See these guys. This is one diagram that I want to present. As part of debugging, first what happens? Identify error. Number one, identify error. Find error location. Find error location. Yes, all these things will be done through debugging. Then analyze the error. Analyze the error. Yes, next prove the analysis. Array, what you are analyzing is perfectly there. Okay, and try to prove the analysis. Okay, feel that what you are analyzing is right and try to give similar inputs and try to get similar problem. Right, boss. Next, cover lateral damage. When you modify the code, not only current problem is solved, guys, other problems may come. You have to modify code in such a problem, no further problems will be raised. That is called lateral damage. Because in the process of solving one problem, you should not create another problem. You have to analyze what other problems will come if I solve this problem. You have to analyze and solve that also. Lateral damage, lateral damage. Are you getting my point there? That is number 5. And fix and validate. Fix it was fix it and perform one-time unit testing or perform one-time manual testing to check, okay, after fixing the problem got solved. So these are the various things that we do as part of debugging. So this is debugging symbol, guys. This is the standard symbol of debugging. Standard symbol of debugging. I think you got the clarity, boss. Come on. Right. Super, boss. Next. Today our task is what, guys? How to do Eclipse debugging, right? How to do Eclipse debugging. So now let's concentrate on debugging in Eclipse IDE. Debugging is Eclipse IDE. Right, boss? Run the applications in debug as mode. Debug as mode. Okay, boss. Open Eclipse. Okay. Change Eclipse mode to debug perspective. And use use various debugging operations or shortcuts to uh, to to see the flow, to see the code flow. Okay. To find out the problem, and to fix the problem. To find out the problem, to fix the problem. Right, guys? Now listen, these are the various popular terminologies are there in that process, boss. These are the various terminologies we use in this process, boss. Yes, if anyone voice is breaking, check your side only. Check your side only, please. Right. See, these are the icons we are having. F5, step into, step over, step return, F8, resume, control or return to line, drop to frame, one option is there. Shift F5, use step filters, control F5, alt plus click flash, step into selection. So these are the various shortcuts that we are having, boss. Yes, we will see one by one, boss. All these options we will see one by one. So once IDE opens in what? Debug perspective. These are the various operation that we have to do it. Okay, for example, okay, guys. I'll take all your queries at the end of the session. Can you focus on current subject? Can you focus on current subject? Everyone, I am requesting. Don't waste your time in the chat box. Put concentration on the things that are happening in the classroom. Okay, this session is not for the people who already know debugging. This first session is for those people who are listening debugging for the first time. Okay, don't come to this session to test your knowledge. Go and give interview and test your knowledge with interviewer. Got the point? You are free to leave the session if you are here to test your knowledge. I'm saying get out to such kind of people. I'm requesting only those people who don't know what is debugging. Please concentrate and listen. Right, boss? Yeah, these are the various options that we are having, boss. F5, F6, F7, all this stuff. Right. Are you understanding my statement? Yeah, Eclipse is coming with a built-in debugger, guys. You need not to arrange any debugger separately for Eclipse IDE. Eclipse is coming with a built-in debugger. Okay, but in this process, I must introduce one more terminology called breakpoint. What is that? Breakpoint. Yes. It is the point. It is the point in the application or project or code or program from where debugging process should start. Debugging process should start. Are you getting my point there? Okay, that means from where debugging process starts till the breakpoint. Till the breakpoint, code executes normally. Code executes normally. Okay. From breakpoint, come on, guys. From breakpoint, control comes to programmer. Control comes to, are you understanding my statement, boss? From the breakpoint, control comes to programmer to see the execution, to see the code flow, to see the code flow as needed. Understanding my statement? So suppose 100 methods are there, guys. While executing all 100 methods, I am not interested to go for debugging, boss. I know problem is there in 80 method. I'll just put one breakpoint in 80 method. Till 80th method, code executes smoothly, boss. From 80th method onwards, control comes to the programmer to see the flow as required by the programmer. You want to see line by line, you want to see method by method, as you want, you can do it. Don't worry, I'll show practicals in a moment. So we have two types of breakpoints, guys. Can we? Okay, boss. Okay. We have two types of breakpoints. Number one, method breakpoint. Okay, boss. Method breakpoint. Given at method name of method definition. Okay. Next one, line breakpoint. Given inside the method definition. Inside the method definition where logics are available. Where logics are available. Okay, boss. So line breakpoints are very popular, boss. Compared to method breakpoints, line breakpoints are very, very popular. Yes, instead of telling theory, so let us get into one small application development, boss. Let's see, guys. I have a test pros one. I'm taking ready-made code because I don't want to waste time on it. It's a normal application. Don't think much on this application, boss. Okay. Before that, let me talk about how to yes. What is the shortcut key we are having for anything? Control plus Shift plus B to toggle breakpoint. What do you mean by toggle breakpoint, guys? Toggle breakpoint to enable or disable. To enable one time it will enable the breakpoint, other one is to disable the breakpoint. To enable or disable breakpoint method or line breakpoint, for both the things same shortcut key, boss. Okay, boss. Hmm. Yes, listen carefully, boss. I have main method demo app1 class object is created. This is my demo app class. Inside that I am calling how many methods, guys? Say hello method is called, add method is called, sub method is called. Are you listening my statement, boss? Yes. Okay. These are the methods I called, guys. Now look at the say hello method. Say hello method username. One SOP for loop printing username for multiple times. Again, I am taking what? End of say hello method. One scanner reading message. One scanner reading message. Are you seeing it? Okay. And the display message method is called. And if you look at the display message method, it is displaying the given message for 2 times. It is displaying the given message for 2 times. Are you listening my statement, guys? Okay. This method is calling one more method, boss. What is that method? Okay. Print numbers. Okay, this method is having one more method. What is that? Print numbers. So I have given 10. Print numbers 10 is there. So I am defining method print numbers. I am defining method print numbers. Public void. What is this? Print numbers. I'm just creating some situation, nothing else. I'm creating some situation, nothing else, guys. Into n. Into n. So here I'm taking one small SOP statement. Okay. So I'm taking one small for loop, guys. Into I is equal to 1. I less than or equal to n plus plus I. What is that? Plus plus I. Okay, cool. So here what is there? Sys out I. Sys out I. End. I'm just writing one message end. So this is my application. Here is my add method definition, guys. Here is my subtraction method definition. Here I am calling them things. So this is the flow. Okay. Now listen carefully. I kept the breakpoint. I kept the breakpoint at line number 8. See, there is a gap now. You double click. One click for breakpoint, another click for removing breakpoint. If you click once, breakpoint will come. Double click, boss. Again double click, breakpoint will go. Are you listening my statement, boss? Or you can keep the control there, keep the control there, control plus shift plus B. Control plus shift plus B. One breakpoint is kept. So now listen. Listen. Main method creating object calling say hello executes normally. And this line executes also. And control stop here, and from there full control will be given to programmer to do what to do next. Breakpoint is a point in an application or program from where application execution will be given into programmer's control. Are you listening my statement, boss? Okay. So Are you listening my statement, boss? Right. So now shall I go for it now? Right click, debug as Java application. What is there? Debug as Java application. So far we have used run as, but you have to use debug as. This session will continue up to 1 o'clock. I have to show so many examples, boss. So many options are there. There is a switch option, boss. Switch. Okay, now IDE change it to debug prospective. See, this is a JWE prospective. This is debug prospective. Look at this. JWE prospective. This is what debug prospective. So that means Windows arrangement is changing, boss. So now we are in the debugging prospective. Observe, one special menu bar has come here. Step into, step over, step return, and we are having what? Step filters, drop to frame. Like this, multiple options are there or not there? Okay. What do you mean by step into, boss? What do you mean by step into? This is a debugging using Eclipse. Every IDE will have a different process. Every IDE. STS is also developed based on Eclipse. So STS also same process, boss. Don't think that in STS different process will be there. All Eclipse flavor IDs will have same process. IntelliJ is not based on Eclipse. It will be a different one. Okay, boss. Right. Listen, if it is a standalone application, debug as Java application. If it is a web application, debug on server. So right now I'm showing standalone application. You please think about what? Standalone application only. Okay, now listen, guys. If you say F6, what is that, guys? Step over. Step over. It goes to next line. Okay, F6, next line. Next line. See, for loop is, you can see the console, output on the console, guys. We are able to feel the flow or not? We are able to feel the flow or not, guys? Yes, now it is coming to this. F6, scanner F6. Okay, scanner F6. Okay, now it is asking to enter the message. Did you notice that, guys? Until you enter the message, it will block the control there. See, I'm pressing F6, it's not doing anything. Until you press enter key, until you enter the message, I kept the message Hyderabad. So now it came to display message. Now listen, if I say F6, what happened? It also execute that line totally. No, I want to get into details of that. I want to get into details of that. Come on, guys. Eclipse is most standard IDE in the industry. 95% of industry uses Eclipse. Shame on you guys. Attending debugging tool till asking me what is industry standard IDE. Come on, guys. Show some common sense. You are not attending core Java. You are attending a tool. Okay, boss. Now tell me here. See, boss, if I say F6, this entire function will execute output wall. No, I want to get into the details. Then we have F5. If you want to get into the details, step into F5. Step over F6. Now listen. Suppose, sir, I'm in SOP. I want to know if I press F5, what happens? It will start showing flow of execution related to. It will start showing flow of execution related to println method. Are you understanding my point? It is start showing flow of execution related to println method. See, guys, if I press F5, step into. Okay, 1 minute. Some settings are disturbed, guys. Some settings are disturbed in my system. I have to deselect something. Just a minute. Java debug. I'll show this one. For you people, I'll show this one later. I have to deselect this one, guys. Yes. Okay, now you observe. Now you observe. F5. Yeah, now it's observe very carefully, boss. Now you observe. It is trying to get into the details of the. It is trying to get into the details of the println method or not. It is trying to get into the details of the println method or not. Come on, guys. So far we thought that println is one method, it is giving output to us. See how many methods it is calling internally, boss. So many things it is calling internally. Are you noticing it, guys? It takes a lot of time to come out of that. It takes a lot of time to come out of that. Are you listening? I'm continuously pressing F5, F5, F5 only. Okay. So I'm continuously pressing F5, F5 only. It is getting into a lot of details, boss. Now it came out. Right. No, I don't want to get into the next details, guys. And then what is there? F6, next line. F6, next line. But I want to know, I want to get into the details of print numbers. Okay, then what? F5. Step into, get into the method. Okay. Step over, just execute the line without showing the details. Just execute the line without showing the details. That may be a method call or simple line. So F6, 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 F6. So it is printing all the numbers one by one. Are you listening my statement? Okay, now if I F6, that is over. Control goes back. See, flow is happening as expected. Control coming back. Now calling the next method. See, boss, now I'm pressing F6. Without getting into add method result will be displayed because I pressed F6. Add method result came. Add method execution is done. But now I'm in the sub method. I say F5. It will getting into sub method. I hope you understood the difference between F5 and F6. One is step into, one step over. Complete the execution without getting into detail. That is step over. Now get into the details. Go for detailed execution. That is F5. Go for detailed execution. Go for F5. So now I'm pressing F6. Okay, F6 again coming back. So this is the last line. After that, nothing is there. If you press F6, end of the main method, F6, application terminated, and our application terminated. Did you notice it, guys? Okay, now you see the screen. What it says, F5, step into the call. Call means method definition. F6, F6, step over the call. What do you mean by step over the call? Step over the call. Don't show the details. Complete the execution without showing the details. But that line execution will be completed without showing the detail. Even though that is a method call, even though a lot of internals are there, it never show those details. Just complete the call. Understanding my statement? Okay, boss. Okay, now listen. So far we completed F5 and F6. You will get again and again, don't worry. I will take one more breakpoint, guys. I'll take one more breakpoint. I will take one more breakpoint in the display message. Listen, when I keep the mouse here, what is coming? Line breakpoint. Suppose if I keep the breakpoint here on the method definition, symbol is changed and you see the message, what the message you will get? Method breakpoint. Just now I said, na, if I create the breakpoint at method definition, at the name of the method, you will get method breakpoint. Understanding my point? Okay, if I write inside the definition, that becomes line breakpoint. So many people just talks about breakpoint. They never understand what is the difference between method breakpoint and line breakpoint. There are two types of breakpoints, guys. I hope you are able to understand it. Okay, now? Right. So right now in my application, how many breakpoints are there? 2 breakpoints are there. So now I am coming to Java mode, Java W mode, debug as Java application. Please observe. Now it is asking to switch. Yes, I am switching. Come to this aspect too. This is the console we are having. Just a minute. I will adjust the console here. I'll adjust the console here. Don't worry. Yes, boss. Okay, now you observe it has come to the first breakpoint. Are you noticing it, guys? It has come to the first breakpoint. Okay, F6. F6. It will print for 10 times. It will print for what? 10 times. 9, 10. Okay, boss. Now F6. Asking message to enter. I am entering message hello. I am entering message hello. Now listen carefully. F5, getting into the method details. Listen, guys, we are into the display message. We are into the display message. Everyone, please focus. I don't want to get into the all the statements. I don't want to get into the all the statement. From here, I want to return to the caller, boss. I'm in the display message. Caller is what? Say hello method. But the display message is calling what? Print numbers. So now if you say F7, step return, it will return the control to caller. Okay, right now we're in the display message method. Who is the caller? Say hello method. But display message is having what? Two messages to display, print numbers 1 to 10. Print numbers 1 to 10. See, now I'm pressing F7. Control goes to say hello, but it is completing the task of what? Two messages display and print numbers 1 to end 10. End also printed. That means what is that? Step return. Step return means what, guys? From the current method definition, it will go to caller method. From the current method definition, it will go to caller method. Are you recognizing that statement, boss? Right. No, see, boss, I already know flow of it. I don't want to waste time on it. So then it will, you just say what? Step return. From the current method definition, it will go to what? Caller, back. Now again you say F6. Again you say what? Yeah, again you say F6 R. Okay, now you say F5. It is going to add method normally. So again, next things are happening normally or not there. I hope you understood what is the difference between what? Yeah, F6, F5, F6 and F7, guys. Yeah, see this? Step out to the caller. Step out to the caller. Okay. Gets into method definition. Yes, boss. Step over. Step over. Completes the current line execution. Current line execution without getting into details. Next one. Returns the control to caller method from current method definition. Current method definition after executing it. I killed only one caller will be there now. For current line execution, one caller will be there. That caller it will go. After executing the code. Understanding my statement, guys? Okay, now come back. Any point if you want to terminate, you can terminate, boss. Now listen. Again, I am saying debug. Listen, one breakpoint is here, another breakpoint is here. Two breakpoints are there. Understanding my statement? Right click, debug as Java application. So get into the debug mode, guys. Yes. So let's try to get the console. Yes, let's try to get into the console, guys. Try to get into the console. Now, right now we are here, boss. No doubt. F6. Some execution is happening. No, sir, I don't want to spare all this time. Here everything is perfect. I want to get into next breakpoint. I want to get into next breakpoint. Then we have F8. Then we have F8. Now listen. Then we have got F8. Yeah, see, it is not going to next breakpoint, but it is waiting something. Or in the middle, scanner is there, na? That's why. You give that message, hello, scanner message, then it came and wait in what? Next breakpoint or not? In the middle, scanner related message we entered. After that, it came and straight away came and waited here or not? Straight away came and waited here or not there? Okay, boss. So now listen, in print numbers, I have taken one more breakpoint, guys. In print numbers, I have taken one more breakpoint. Now listen, again I press F8. It will come to this breakpoint directly now, boss. Suppose here I have taken one more breakpoint. So again I press F8. It will come. No, it's not like that remaining lines are skipped. They are not skipped. They are executed, but you won't feel the flow. Because I found there is now no problem. So that means from if you want to jump from one breakpoint to another breakpoint, we have to use what? F8. Sir, that's the last breakpoint. That's the last breakpoint. Now you pressed F8. Then what happens? Application will be terminated after completing entire execution. Application will be terminated after completing entire execution. Okay, that's why. What is that? Jumps the control from one breakpoint to one breakpoint to another breakpoint, one breakpoint to next breakpoint, next breakpoint in the frame. If that is the last breakpoint, if the current breakpoint is if the current breakpoint is last breakpoint, okay, last breakpoint, then okay, it terminates the application. It terminates the application by reaching to the end of application. End of the application. It terminates the application by reaching to the end of the application. I hope you got it, boss. Right. Next. One by one, we will show. We'll see all the things one by one. Don't worry. Debug as Java application. Yes, we are in the say hello. Nice, guys. F6, 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 F6. Numbers are printed, boss. We are happy. End of say hello also printed, boss. Okay, but I got confused. What is executed, what is not executed? Again, I want to go to the beginning of the program. Beginning of the method to see the flow from the beginning again. After seeing some flow through debugging, again I am confused. I want to see one more time. Then we have an option called drop to frame. Drop to frame. Let's see. Again, it is going to beginning of the method definition or not. Irrespective of whether breakpoint is there or not, it will get into that method. Irrespective of whether breakpoint is there or not, it will go to beginning of the definition. Seriously, sir? Yes, boss. Yes, it will do that. Okay. Once again, I'll show in one more angle. F6, F6, X. Again, same numbers are coming. Check it out. Same numbers are coming. Check it out. Enter message. Okay, I'll enter message. Okay, enter message. Again say what? F6. Now I'm getting into what? F5 method definition. Okay, two lines are one more line executed, one more. Now I got two outputs have came. Now I want to see again from the beginning. Here no breakpoint, nothing, boss. So we have an option called drop to frame. Again it came to beginning. Again you say F2. One more time hello. One more time hello. Sir, I again drop to frame, but I want to do drop to frame how, sir? Right click. Here we are having option called drop to frame. Where is that? Drop to frame, drop to frame. Here option is not coming. Here there should be option now, boss. Here also there should be option. Wait. Drop to frame. Okay. No, drop to frame. So okay, if that option is not coming there, no problem. Again, it is going to beginning or not. So that means if you want to repeat the certain method debugging again and again, so then we have to go for drop to frame. Understanding my statement, guys? So see, guys, drop to frame. What says? Rerun a part of your program. Rerun a part of your program. Are you listening my statement, boss? Yes, rerun a part of your program. This is with respect to method. It always comes from the beginning of the method, guys. Super. Next. Now listen carefully. Now listen carefully. Next one. We are in this place, boss. But my cursor is blinking here. We are in this place. My cursor is blinking here. Now listen carefully. Listen carefully. There is one more option called run to line. Run to line. See, it will directly come to that line, boss. It will come to that line. It is not, it will execute those lines, but it is directly coming over there. Did you notice that? Okay, once again, we are having what? F5, come here. F5. My cursor is blinking there. No, I don't want to see the loop iteration for 10 times. I already know what's happening there. So directly say one option is there. What is the option we are having? Run to line. Run to line. Yes. Run to line. All the numbers came it directly coming over there. Yes, what is there? Control or run to line. Run to the line where the current caret position. Here caret is nothing but cursor. Caret is nothing but what? Cursor. Are you getting my point? Super. Fine, boss. Next. Okay, boss. So now I stop it, boss. Subham, that's what I asked you to listen. Irrespective of breakpoint, drop to frame will put the control at the beginning of the method definition. Please listen. Stop thinking here and there. I'm using simple English and people are asking the same thing again against what is being discussed. Please focus. Please focus. Irrespective of breakpoint is there or not there. Okay, drop to frame will put the control back to start of the method definition. Please switch off your videos. I'm requesting everyone to switch off your videos. This is the last warning. Right, boss. Now listen carefully. I'm showing one by one option, boss. Run on debug as Java application, boss. Debug as Java application. Listen, guys. This time I selected this line. Okay, I selected this line. Not I just kept the cursor. I selected it. This time I selected it. Are you listening my statement? Selected it. So right click, because I don't want to waste time on this for loop. I don't want to waste time on these lines because I know those lines are not having any issue. I selected it, guys. Right click. There is an option of step into selection. Step into selection. But in the middle one message is there to enter, guys. I complete the job of entering message. Yes, see, boss, it has directly get into display message method. Did you notice, guys? Step into selection from the current position where other lines are selected, not the cursor is blinking. Other lines are selected. I hope you are understanding my point. Where the other lines are selected, those lines related details you will get. It will not just go there. Those lines related details it will go. We are not into display message call. We are into the definition of the display message. Did you notice that, boss? Okay, once again, I selected this, right click, run to step into selection. We are not into call of the print numbers 10. We are into the definition of this one. For example, I selected this. I selected this. Come on, guys. Step into selection. It will get into the details of the println method. It will get into the details of the println method. I hope you noticed it. Suppose I selected this line, right click, step into details. Okay, maybe we are already in the details now. That's why it is not showing that. That's why it is not. Okay, one more time you try it. Okay, step into the line. Okay, fine, boss. We are already into the details. That's why it is not coming. But I hope you understood the difference, boss. Okay. F7. I want to come out of this line, boss. F7, F7. Okay, it has terminated. Fine, let's come back. Not an issue. I hope you noticed what is step into selection, boss. So let's see. We are option what? What is there? Step into selection. Step into selection. Okay. Transfers the control to select control into selected code details. Selected code details. Selected code details. Nothing but selected code method definition. Selected code method definition. Are you listening my statement? I said if I touch, I will give depth subject. Are you feeling it? Okay. And now listen. One more important thing. Now concentrate. I'll show first problem, then I will give solution, boss. Debug as Java application. Debug as Java application. Debug as Java application. Listen, guys. If I press F5 by mistake, I am getting into details of println. And once you go there, if you press F5, it is going to value of, if you find F5, it is forever going to different places, guys. It takes minimum 10 minutes time to come out of that. It takes minimum 10 minutes time to come out of that. Are you noticing it, guys? Minimum 10 minutes it is taking to come out of that. If you say F7 also, it takes a lot of time. See, boss, I decided I don't want to involve java.lang package classes, java.io package classes, sun. Anything related to sun package classes into the flow of execution, into the debugging process. Especially anything related to predefined. Anything related to predefined, I don't want to involve. Okay, then you have to do small configuration, boss. I'll show that small configuration. Please concentrate. Preferences, Java, debug, step filtering, options are there. By default, actually these things will not be there. By default, things will be like this. Things will be like this. Default things will be like this, boss. Okay, boss. Now what I am going to do, add package. Add package. Java. Java.io. Java.io. Next, add package. Java.lang. Java.lang. Don't involve sun.star. Don't involve sun.w.star. Don't involve these things in the flow of execution. Okay, I'll take a screenshot for giving to you people, boss. I'll take screenshot for giving to you people. I will use that one later. So I'll paste somewhere here. I'll come to that later. Okay. So now you observe. Apply and close. And most important thing is this one, use step filter should be on. It should be on, boss. This is the toggle key. If you remove this, won't work. It should be in a toggling on position. Okay, I clicked on this. Now I'm stopping the application, boss. Now you go for it. Debug as Java application. Debug as Java application. Now I'm pressing F5 only. See here, F5 only. Since those are selected, boss. Since they are selected, I said java.io package, java.lang package, sun packages, sunw packages should not participate in debugging. Should not participate in debugging. Now you see, I'm pressing F5 only. I'm not pressing F6. I'm pressing, it is not going to println. It is going to some other class. I think this package is different. What is this? NIO. It is going to NIO. Come on. Because I said I asked to filter them. I said, please filter them. Are you listening my statement? It is not going to println and other methods. It is going to NIO. Okay, no problem. It is now into what? NIO. From NIO, it is starting the flow of execution. So once again, see this. Super. This one. No, sir, I don't want to see this NIO also participating in the flow. If I press F5 also, SOP statement should go to next line like F6 only. I don't want to see any predefined classes following what? Participating in the flow of execution. Because what is there to check the debugging of predefined classes? I don't want to check the debugging of predefined classes. I want to see debugging of only user-defined classes. Whenever I call predefined method, they should not getting into detailed mode. So for that purpose, you have to add those packages that you want to filter. So we have added last of packages, but NIO package is missed. Can I add that package also, boss? Can I add that package also? Add package java.nio. Java.nio. On safe side, what I do is I will select this one also. Add package. Is there any question of just adding Java star? Java star. Java.star. Save OK. Yes, Java.star added a boss. JDK.star. I'm adding all the possibilities. I'm adding all the possibilities. Java.star. Yes, boss. Apply, close it. Stop this one, boss. Stop this one. Now go for this one. Run on debug on server. Sorry, not server, sorry. Debug as Java application. Debug as Java application, boss. Now I'm pressing F5 only. Okay, this is in select mode, boss. I'm pressing F5 only. Check it out. It going to next line. It is not giving the details of. It is not giving the details of println method because I asked so and so packages Classes belonging to those packages, method belonging to those classes should not participate in debugging. Should not participate in debugging. This is very, very important feature. Why? Because generally we press F5. In between one predefined class or one predefined method comes, guys, your time got wasted. Your time got wasted. For example, you are debugging Spring code. ctx.getBean method has come. ctx.getBean method has come. By mistake, you pressed F5, and it will get into details. It takes 5 minutes time to come out of that. And in that process, we will be losing focus on other ones. Are you listening my statement? Once again, see this. I am pressing F5 only to give that confidence. I am pressing here only. See this. See this. Okay. See this. See this. It is minimized the things. It has minimized the things. Did you notice that or not? It is not getting into much details. Did you observe that one, guys? So like this, we can avoid certain predefined classes participating in what? Debugging. This is very, very useful to make our debugging process smooth. Okay, boss. Now listen. I pressed enter key here. I said run to line. Run to line. Now I press F5. See, it is going to next line smoothly, boss. It is not showing the details of println method. Are you understanding my point? Only in those classes step into will not work. For remaining things, step into will work. See this. Come here. For remaining things, step into will work, boss. Only for those classes which we applied filter. Now for scanner, we didn't apply. For util package, we didn't apply. That's why it is getting into details of what? Util package. Did I apply that one for this one, guys? Did I apply for scanner class? No. I'll say step over to come out of it. I'm trying to say step over. It is there in util package. Did I keep util package in that list? No. But now next line you observe. Next line you observe. Again, still we are in the scanner only. Okay, we'll say step over, step over. Yeah, next one is what? Step into. See, on SOP I have applied lang package, IO package, all the things. Right, boss. And next method we didn't apply, boss. If I say F5, it will get into the details. It will get into the details. No, I want to come out of it. Step over. Step over means it will come out. It is waiting for the message to enter, guys. It is there. Now, next line. Suppose if I press F5, it will get into the display message. Still step into will work. It's not like that step into will not work. Step into will work. But only on those classes, those packages which we have added in step filter, step into will not work, boss. Very, very beautiful feature, boss. So should I talk about that now? 1 minute. More advanced screenshot I will give. This is the dream feature of every working guy, boss. Lots of people thinks that it is not there or Java debugging is having problem. If you don't know, you cannot say it is not there. Say paste. Okay, boss. What is that? Step filter. Working with step filter. Working with step filter. Working with step filter. Papa Amma it is not a typing not to say undo, yaar. Worst fellow. In debugging, what do you mean by undo? Tell me. In here, drop to frame is the given na. Drop to frame is given. First of all, tell me. Debugging is flow now, boss. In flow, what is undo? Yes, boss. No, you don't want to involve flow of scanner also. Then do one thing. Add java.util also. Java.util also. Yes, boss. Now listen. step filter boss. Now here I will give allows certain packages not to participate in debugging, especially useful if you are not interested to get into the details of predefined classes and their methods like system.out.println comma scanner hash next and etc methods. Yes. Okay. Step number 1, define 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 packages that you want to filter from debugging process. Yes, these notes will be shared, don't worry, that you want to filter from debugging process. Yes. What is the way of doing that, guys? What is the way of doing? Window menu, preferences, Java, debug, step filter, Java debug, step filter. Yes. After that, what, guys? You have to start doing these things. Yeah, this is the one thing, and all the packages. Using add packages, make sure that this effect has come. Fine, boss. Next, step number 2. Make sure that step filter button is in active mode. This is very important. Step filter button is in active mode, guys. Yes, this button is there now. That button. Make sure that step filter button is in active mode. Let me highlight this button. Okay. Step number 3. Tell me. Debug the application. Debug the Java application. And press F5 button for the classes and methods of above packages. Okay, still package, but it will not step into method definition. It will not step into method definitions. It will not step into method definitions. Everyone understood this, guys? Come on. Everyone got the clarity. Now, boss. Now, listen carefully. One more thing. Okay. Debug as Java application. I'll take your queries at the end. First, listen. Yes, boss. Now here I want to apply show view option is there. Show view option is there. We have variables. Yeah, variables, breakpoint, expression. Total three options are there. Are you noticing it, guys? Right. Now listen. When control is there in any definition, if you want to know what is the value, you can definitely keep the mouse over there. You can definitely keep the mouse over there. Right now we are into the line, leave it. So let's go for F5. See, guys, you you put the I value. I value. It is just telling what is I value here or not. Into I. Okay. Now let's get into the details, boss. F5. F5. See, it's showing I value 0. Are you able to watch the variable values or not? Are you able to watch the variable values or not? Come on, boss. Right. So next one, F5. Oh, it's going to details because integer value is there. No problem. No problem. Now you observe I is equal to 1. So now let me show this option, boss. What is that? Show view variables. Yes, here are the variables. In the variables also are you able to see this. What are the variables involved? And current object is this. Uname is having Raja. Okay, next one. I value is 1. I value is 1. Raja 0 is printed. You can change it also. If I value is 9, what happens? If I value is 9, I changed I value to 9, and now you say step F6. Directly 9 printed, boss. After 0, 9, did you notice that? After 0, 9 printed. Did you observe that, boss? That means, see, if the value is this is happening. If value is something else, what else will happen? I want to know. If value is something else, what else will happen? I want to know. For example, if value is true, one condition is executing. If value is false, what will execute? I want to know. If value is, come on, guys. If value is, suppose I have taken value 12. I have taken value 12. Now let's go for. Okay, we are changing now, boss. Divesh Pandey. We are changing the number. This is the beauty of debugging. That is called watch. We are able to watch the things. What's happening, what's not happening. So again, I press F6. F6. 10 printed. Acha, it is changed to 10. No, I will take 12, boss. Maybe I have not clicked properly. Okay. See, boss, what happened? It came out of the loop. It came out of the loop. You want to see one more time? Go for drop to frame. Go for drop to frame, not a issue. F6, that's fine. So right now, I value is what? 1, 0. I change it directly to 11. I change it directly to 11. Okay, now here 11 is there. Now you say F6. Now you say what? F6, 11 is printed. Right now 11 is printed, but it is coming out of the loop. Because we changed when we are here. So that's why it has printed 11. But 11 less than or equal to 10 condition false. That's why it came out of the loop. But think about those situations. Okay, if think about those, I have a if condition. If true comes, one should execute. If false comes, what will execute? So without creating that situation, dynamically you can change what? Dynamically you can change to false and you can observe what is executing. So that's the goodness of this feature, boss. And observe one more thing. Show view variables. Here expressions also there, guys. You can add one expression. What is the expression? You can add expression. I plus 100 plus 200 minus 10. I want to know what is that. I want to know what is that. Come on. Because I have small formula based on the I value. I want to know what is that. Again, I'm using drop to frame, guys. F6. Again, I'm using drop to frame, guys. F6, done. F6. Now come to this place. Array, I added expression now. What happened to my expression? Okay, leave it. I plus 100 minus 200 into 3. Something. See here, it is giving me 500 or not. Go for next iteration. 499 is giving or not. Go to next iteration. 496 is giving or not, guys. So we are able to apply the expressions also. We are able to apply the expressions based on the data that is coming. If I take the data, if I see, for example, I have a logic calculating simple interest amount for the given principal amount, rate of interest, time of interest. For knowledge sake, I want to check if I give same values for compound interest amount formula, what value will come? Are you understanding my point? See, sometimes what happens, you know, you are developing project for scientific observations. If value is 1, this is coming. If value is 20, what will come? If value is 0.1, this is the output. If value is 0.2, what will be the output? Instead of running from the scratch level, here itself you can change that value to 0.2 and you can go for what? Yes, observation of the output or not. Maybe with the same formula you can observe, with a different formula also you can observe. No, we cannot add that expression in the code, boss. How we can add the expression in the code? It's impossible, right? How we can add expression in the code? It's impossible, boss. Array, some multiplication, lot of things are there, right? Don't worry. It is working nicely only. It's coming means it's working nicely. I think Eclipse have given these people nice, some formula. Don't worry about that. So can I write one point on this, guys? Okay. By keeping mouse over variables. Variables are parameters of the debugging mode method definition. Debugging mode method definition. We can watch the values. Value changes that are taking place in the application execution. Understanding my point there, right? Okay. We can also use variables window, expressions window, okay, to see the changes, to see the value changes, Note. Expression window is useful. Okay, to give current inputs for another formula of business logic and to check the results. Another formula of business logic and to check the results. Understanding my statement, boss? Come on. Right. So now we have a breakpoints tab also, boss. We have a breakpoints tab. Okay, from the launch of this IDE, how many breakpoints you are having, all the breakpoints information, you will get it. Not only this was yesterday also I created one breakpoints and I have used them. All the breakpoints are there. Suppose you want to disable any breakpoint, you can deselect here, boss. Automatically breakpoint is gone. Suppose line number 21. Line number 21 breakpoint is there. I deselected it. Instead of searching where is breakpoint, you can go there to enable or disable breakpoint. See, again I want to enable. When I enable again, they came back. When I enable again, they came back. I hope you are understanding my point, guys. Right. Okay. Yes. You can add breakpoints dynamically after keeping the application in the debug mode also. Just double click in the window area, automatically new breakpoints will come. Breakpoints tab, breakpoints window gives list of breakpoints. List of breakpoints. So we can enable and disable them. We can enable or disable them as needed. Okay, as needed. Next one. Okay, well, we can add new breakpoints in the dynamic mode of the debugging mode of the application itself. Debugging mode of the application itself. Debugging mode of the application itself. I hope this is what session 1, boss. I thought of completing today itself, but okay, I am able to complete only 40% of the content I planned. This is just 40% of the content which I planned, boss. Now think about how much is left. So much is left. Okay, so when next session will be conducted, sir? Next Sunday, 11 o'clock. Again, I will conduct the same session. Continuation of this, I will conduct next Sunday, 11 o'clock. Same meeting ID, same password, same faculty, same timing. But timing will be next Sunday. Next Sunday. Next Sunday, boss. Yes, someone is asking me if I apply debugging for recursive function, content is different, Rababu. Next level of this content will come. If I apply debugging on recursive function, what happens? The control will be roaming here and there and there and there. Okay, na? Next, again, the control will be roaming there and there. You never come out of that place. You never come out of that place. Understanding my statement? Right. F7 is there to transfer the control from current method definition to caller method. Suppose your code got into predefined code, guys. Your code got into predefined code. From there, if you want to come out, continuously you press F7, it will come out. Yes. Next session, how to debug Spring application, how to debug Spring MVC application, how to debug Spring, how to deploy the application in debug mode. Lot of things we are going to discuss. I will be sharing these notes. Okay, I will be sharing these notes in the group itself. Conditional breakpoints are not there, boss. Conditional breakpoints are not there. How many breakpoints you want, that depends upon your wish. How many breakpoints you want to take, there is no restriction. Fireman, just go through the notes, you will get every detail. Fine. I hope you enjoyed today's session. I hope you enjoyed today's session. Is it benefitable to you? Is it benefitable to you? Yes. How to debug advanced application like Spring application, web applications, server based applications, everything I am going to take in session 2, part 2. Part 2. Can I ask one question? The people who already know debugging, you got some extra knowledge or not? I hope you got some extra knowledge today. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. So we will take a serious mini project. We take a serious real-time project and we will try to see real debugging also. Don't worry about it. Thank you. Those who joined lately, now they are asking what is the use of debugging and all this stuff. Please go through the initial points of the notebook. You will get it. Number 1. Number 2, this video will be there in the YouTube from in the YouTube. You can watch them from the beginning. I have clearly explained in which situation debugging is required in real-time practices. Fine, boss. Thank you, guys. We will discuss continuation in the next weekend, boss. Have a nice time. It is there in the Naresh IT YouTube channel. Thank you.